All right, folks, now we told you we're going to tell you how to set up a Big Boss, and I'm going to show you how to set it up on a quick version. Now, I sculpted this bird with fine detail. If you'll look down the sides, we got good old wing pockets here, good hump back, good solid sides, all the detail of the wing feathers on the side. And all of this is for a reason. You look at the eyes on the turkey, his eyes is real natural. The bird is real natural. We got a hole right here, or a slot for a hole where you can run a drill in there. Once you kill your own turkey, you can put a beard in it. The beard can be necessary because a turkey's not a stupid bird. He knows a lot about what he's looking at. And the more natural that decoy is, the more effect you're going to have on the turkey. I worked really hard to make this decoy, and I made it for more than one reason. But the main reason is because I wanted a good, effective Big Boss turkey, a good tom turkey decoy that has some motion that will bring the turkeys to you. I've watched too many times over the years when you're hunting, a Big Boss gobbler will hang up 60, 80, 100 yards away, sometimes even a quarter-mile away, and you'll see them down a path or a roadbed or a power line right away or anything like that. And you see that Big Boss and he just gets out there and he struts back and forth and plays with what hens are out there, and you can't get him to come. Well, I'm going to tell you what, we have dropped this bird the first time I built him. The prototype was put on the ground. The first time he hit the ground, a bird ran all the way to him. And ever since we've used him, ever since, and every customer that's ever used one ever since has always said the same thing. It's unbelievable. That bird fired up and ran to the decoy. Now, sometimes the smaller 10-inch beards, 9-inch beards, they'll get up there and stop and back up a little bit because they get intimidated, because the Big Boss is just that, a Big Boss. Now, you'll watch like some of the Pretty Boy footage and some of them Jake footages where they'll fight the decoy. Well, we've had that happen, but we haven't had it happen that much. But boy, we've had some bosses come in, and I mean wide open. And all you got to do when you get it out there right is to set it up. First thing you got to remember, I got the wind blowing in my face. This is the way I'm setting the decoy up. I got 2 pieces of rebar that came with the bird. You drive these rebar stakes in enough, you're going to flatten the top of them. So be careful, because you flatten the top, it will not slide. The conduit pipes that are up in the bird will not slide over top of the rebar. Now, we've already knocked some holes here, so I'm going to set them in these holes just so we can do this quickly. What you want to do is get them in there, tap it down a little bit, get it good and solid. You follow me? All right, you don't want 6 or 7 inches sticking out. Now, I like to raise my bird up a little bit above the grass, especially if I'm out here in a new field that's got green grass growing. Because believe it or not, the higher the bird, you're going to hide the feathers anyway on the wingtips because they go into the grass. So you've got more profile sticking out. So you can adjust your height a little bit just based on how far you put your rebar down. Once you get your rebar in the ground, you stick it on one side, get it started a little bit, okay? Then go to the other side and catch it and find it. All right, let's put this one down, all right? Now we go over here and get this side. Get your finger, help guide it in there. Work the bird a little, okay? Now I want my bird to go down in the ground. I'm working on it by pushing. Now also, you want it to go forward a little bit. And forward a little bit because you want the back to be raised, okay? You see what I'm saying? The back to be raised, a good test. Before you walk away from your decoy, push your head up with your finger, let go of it. If the head falls, then she's natural. You got me? If the head falls, it's natural. That's what you want. All right, now, we're gonna put the tail on, real simple. This is the tail that it comes with. If you watch the video, you learn how to do a natural tail. You got 2 little eyes, you slide the wire in the eye, you bend the wire, slide it in the other eye. Real simple. Your tail's on. Take your little stick, okay, your little T-rod there, and you push it through and drop it, and now it's connected. That's how easy it is. Now, when the bird come to you, it already had a swivel down at the bottom, a clip swivel, okay? Now, this is what you want to work with. You want to unclip it and find you some string. You see the string, y'all? This is tarred line, okay? You're not going to find tarred line anywhere. It's made for the fishing industry, and we're close enough to the coast that we can buy it. Another good line, Dacron. Another good line, spider wire, firewire. All those lines are good because they got no stretch. If you can stretch your string like masonry twine or monofilament, then you're going to have trouble when you pull your string back to your blind 30 or 40 yards away. You follow me? You want a good string, because these tails don't weigh much, neither does that head, so it's not going to just snatch your string on back. You got to have a string that'll glide through the grass real easy. So that's what you're looking for. It's something like spider wire, here again, tarred line, that type of thing. Now, if you want to know what tarred line is, when you look inside your decoy, that's what it's made out of. That's what we got everything tied with. Now, just put it on your clip, got a little loop on the end, clip it off. You run it back to the blind, okay? Now, everybody thinks that you're going to go out in the field and you're going to do this. Watch this turkey. They think you're going to sit there and you're going to pull your turkey up and down. No, you're not. If I teach you anything out of this video, this is the one thing I want to teach you. If you watched the footage with Skip Valentine on it, you saw he moved the decoy. The bird spooked. Any time that them birds are close, you do not want to change the strutting position. You want that bird to feel like he's still in strut and not going out to fight the other gobbler. Because when you drop it down in this position, that says that this turkey is ready to move or he's ready to leave. You don't want him to think that. You want him to think he's happy, he's out there strutting to show off, and you want the other bird to show off with him, so he stays in this position. When you get in your blind, you pull your bird up and you leave him like this. You take a tent peg or you take a stick and you tie your string off tight where it's sitting there, something that you can pull out of the ground easy. You get a bird that goes out there and hangs up at 100 yards, 200 yards, or even a half a mile. I don't care how far he is, if he can see the decoy. You use this to help draw attention to the decoy. That's all you're after. You draw attention to the decoy, okay? Once that bird finds this decoy and he sees it, leave it in strut, peg it down, grab your shotgun, because it's coming and it's coming fast. And be ready to shoot when it gets there. And I guarantee you, you can put the Big Boss up against any decoy out there. This is the only motion turkey in the market that does like this, that has the same movement, that has the same pattern, okay? The only one out there. And remember, always to face him in the wind. You can quarter the wind any direction as long as there's wind blowing against the tail. If there isn't wind blowing against the tail, what'll happen is the wind will catch it and it'll stay up all the time, and you won't be able to have the effect of using the motion to bring the gobbler back to you, okay? So you want to be able to do that. Now, if you pull your string lightly, you can make the tail come up, not the head. Pull a little harder, the head will come up, okay? So you can make the head move a little bit when you got a bird out there, say 50 yards, and you want to get a small amount of movement. All right, just pull a little bit and the head will move. Okay, tail's already up, so you pull a little bit and the head will move. Okay. Now that is the way to use the Big Boss, and there's nothing, like I said, there's nothing like it. I'm going to sit here and anchor this off, and I'm going to talk to you just a second more. You can put your tail, like I said, in the upright position. That's to give you an idea of what it takes to hold it down. Okay, you put your tail in the upright position and you get your head in the upright position, and your Big Boss is ready to hunt. You hunt this decoy as if you're ready to kill something, because you put him out there, he's coming. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this. Girls, I hope you enjoyed this, the turkey hunt. You learned a lot, you've seen a lot, you watched a little bit of footage. It put it to the test. There's not another decoy like it in the market. It will produce the detail that I put into it's unreal. Watch a few of these pictures coming up. You'll see how I sculpted it from scratch. We actually started with the round concept, the big ball-like look, because that's what a big, mature boss gobbler looks like. If you look at any photograph beside this decoy, and you'll find what the Big Boss was made out of, because he is the stuff. Have fun. We'll see you on the next turkey hunt.